got time to just see from up here. The world seems small. We can see it.
Health. Health is not absence of disease. According to World Health Organization (WHO), health may be defined as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Recently, a fourth dimension, that is spiritual health, has also been suggested. Health can be affected by infections, genetic disorders, lifestyle. Disease. Disease comes from two words. Dis means not, is means comfort. Any harmful deviation from normal structural or functional state of body that causes discomfort or disability is called disease. Malfunctioning of a body with specific symptoms is also called disease. Disease is broadly classified into two categories. Number 1, congenital, the disease which are from the parents from the birth of the child. It otherwise known as genetic disease. Number 2 is acquired disease, the disease we gain after birth. Then disease causing agents, any factor that may be a substance or force that causes disease by its presence, absence, deficiency, or excess is called disease causing agents. The disease causing agents may be of five types. Number 1, physical agents. Number 2, chemical agents. Number 3, mechanical agents. Number 4, nutritional agents. Number 5, biological agents. Number 1, physical agents. The physical agents that cause diseases are of following types: temperature, pressure, humidity, radiation, sound. Number 2, chemical agents. The chemicals that cause diseases are of two types. Number A, exogenous. The chemicals outside the body are exogenous. Example, pollutants like dust, fumes. Then number B, endogenous. The chemicals inside the body that cause diseases. Example, hormones, enzymes, urea, uric acid, etc. Number 3, mechanical agents. Any mechanical forces which results in injury, fracture, sprain, dislocation. Then number 4, nutritional agents. The nutritional agents that cause diseases are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals. Number 5, biological agents. The biological agents that cause diseases are bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoans, and helminthes. Contamination. It may be defined as the presence of disease causing organisms, toxins, non-living materials like water, milk, food, etc. Transmission of diseases. The diseases can be transmitted from one person to other by two methods. Number A, by direct transmission. Number B, by indirect transmission. Direct transmission. The pathogens of certain diseases reach human body directly without intermediate agents are direct transmission. This type of transmission occurs in following ways: contact with infected person, droplet infection, contact with soil, animal bite through placenta. The first one is contact with the infected person: chickenpox, smallpox, syphilis, ringworm, athlete's foot. Now, droplet infection through sneezing, coughing, spitting. The diseases are tuberculosis, pneumonia, cold, influenza, measles, whooping cough. Contact with soil. The diseases are tetanus, blood poisoning. Then animal bite. The diseases are rabies. This disease occurs by dogs, cats, horse, camel, etc. The diseases which are transmitted through placenta are German measles, HIV, syphilis. Indirect transmission. Pathogens of some diseases are carried by some intermediate agents as follows. Number 1, by housefly. The diseases transmitted are typhoid, cholera, dysentery. Number 2, by mosquito. That means by female mosquito. The diseases are malaria, filaria, dengue. Number 3, rat flea causes plague disease. Number 4, TSE fly. TC fly, it causes African sleeping sickness. Number 5, sand fly. This fly causes diseases like leishmaniasis. Vehicle-borne method through food, water, ice, milk. Airborne method, air, dust. Fomite-borne method, used articles of patient like towel, bed, bedsheet, clothes, utensils, toothbrushes, toys, etc. Human carriers. A classic case in medicine that Mary Mallon, nicknamed Typhoid Mary, is worth mentioning here. She was a cook in hotel. She transmitted typhoid to many customers through the food she prepared. How pathogens cause diseases. The pathogen cause disease in two ways. Number 1, tissue damage. That is, rabies virus destroys brain tissues. TB bacteria destroys alveoli. Then number 2, toxin secretion. Many microorganisms produce powerful poisons called toxins. Exotoxins released as soon as secreted. These are protein in nature. Example, diphtheria toxin, tetanospasmin, botulism toxin, cholera toxin. Then endotoxins. These toxins are produced when bacteria dies or disintegrates. These are lipopolysaccharides in nature. The diseases caused are typhoid, plague, dysentery, meningitis. Diseases caused by protozoans. There are various protozoans diseases like malaria, amoebiasis, giardiasis, trypanosomiasis, leishmaniasis, trichomoniasis. The first protozoan disease is malaria. It is derived from mal or mala, which means bad, area means air. Now, historical aspects. Lancisi in 1717 first suspected a relationship between swamp, malaria and mosquito. Laveran in 1880 discovered that malaria is caused by protozoan parasite, that is, in fact, he discovered the plasmodium. Indian military surgeon Sir Ronald Ross discovered the oocyst of malaria parasite in the stomach wall of female Anopheles mosquito, for which he got Nobel Prize for Medicine in 1902. Interesting facts. The mosquitoes which bite us all are females. The female mosquito is sanguivorous, whereas the male mosquito is nectarivorous. The blood sucked by mosquito is not for their food. They suck blood for our serum albumin, that is used for the formation, nourishment of eggs and helpful in reproduction of mosquito. The mosquitoes are attracted towards us for pheromones in sweat, carbon dioxide in our breathing and warm body temperature. Life cycle of malaria parasite. Plasmodium is a digenetic parasite, that is, the life cycle of a plasmodium is completed in two hosts. Number 1, female Anopheles mosquito. It is the primary or definitive host for malaria, as sexual reproduction of a plasmodium takes place in mosquito. It is according to biology. In clinical point of view, human beings are the primary host, as the disease occurs in man, not in mosquito. Number 2, human beings. It is the secondary host or intermediate host, as asexual reproduction of plasmodium occurs in human body, but clinically female Anopheles mosquito is the secondary host, as it is the carrier only. When a female Anopheles mosquito containing Plasmodium vivax attacks a healthy human being, it injects thousands of sporozoids into the bloodstream of the person. The sporozoid from bloodstream moves to liver, where it reproduces asexually to produce merozoites. These merozoites are sucked by female Anopheles mosquito. These merozoites reproduce sexually in mosquito to produce the sporozoid again. In this way, the life cycle is completed. Note, the most common species of malaria parasite in India is Plasmodium vivax. The most pernicious type of malaria is caused by Plasmodium falciparum. The primary host for malaria parasite is man, whereas the secondary host for the disease is female Anopheles, which is otherwise called intermediate or carrier or vector. This is according to biology, but the clinical definition is different. The Plasmodium completes its asexual life cycle or schizogony in man, whereas the sexual life cycle is completed in the stomach wall of a female Anopheles. This life cycle is a combination of gamogony and sporogony. The infective stage of malaria parasite is sporozoite. The feeding stage of malaria parasite is trophozoite. The end product of asexual life cycle in man is merozoite. Incubation period. The merozoites produced at the end of pre-erythrocytic or exoerythrocytic phase are resistant to anti-malarial drugs as well as resistant to the host. Therefore, no symptom of malaria fever is marked in human beings at the end of above two phases of life cycle. The symptoms appear only when the hemozoin granules and erythrocytic merozoites are released into the bloodstream of man. Hence, the interval between the entry of a parasite into the body and the first appearance of malaria fever is called incubation period. Types of malaria. The malaria is of four types. Number 1, benign tertian malaria. It is caused by Plasmodium vivax. So it is also called vivax malaria. In this type of malaria, fever comes at an interval of 48 hours due to the formation of new merozoites and replaces occur in it. The incubation period is 12 to 14 days. It is most widespread in both tropical and temperate zones. Mild tertian malaria. It is caused by Plasmodium ovale. Fever comes at an interval of 48 to 50 hours due to the formation of new generation of merozoites. Incubation period varies from 11 to 16 days. The attacks are milder in this kind of malaria. This is found in West Africa and South America. It is also called oval malaria. Number 3, quartan malaria. This is caused by Plasmodium malarii. Fever comes at an interval of 72 hours and relapses occur. Incubation period varies from 28 to 37 days. It is found in both tropical and temperate zones but not widespread. Number 4, malignant tertian malaria. It is otherwise called subtertian malaria. It is caused by Plasmodium falciparum, so known as falciparum malaria. In this disease, fever comes at an interval of 36 to 48 hours and death rate is very high. In this case, therefore, this species is known as killer variety of malaria parasite. Incubation period varies from 7 to 27 days with an average of 12 days. It is most pernicious and dangerous type of malaria, otherwise called estivo autumnal malaria or endemic malaria. Symptoms of malaria. The malaria is suspected when the patient suffers from recurring chillness and fever, which is followed by the rapid increase in the body temperature up to about 103 degree Fahrenheit to 104 degree Fahrenheit, and in some cases up to 106 degree Fahrenheit also. Violent shivering, headache, muscular pains, nausea, and sometimes insomnia. Tongue becomes thickly coated, mouth becomes dry, and the patient loses appetite. The high temperature remains for about 6 to 10 hours, after which it decreases to become normal. Profuse sweating takes place on the part of the patient. The cycle for fever, chillness, sweating is repeated at regular intervals. Diagnosis: the disease is diagnosed by taking the blood of the patient when it shows acute chillness and examining the blood in laboratory. This is because of the fact that symptoms of malaria is seen after the incubation period, when more and more hemoglobin granules and the erythrocytic merozoites are released into the bloodstream. Treatment: previously, quinine was used for the purpose, as it proved to be the most useful drug in spite of its several disadvantages. Nowadays, several anti-malarial drugs such as chloroquine, plasmoquine, otherwise called primaquine, camoquine, pentaquine, isopentaquine, etc., are used for the treatment of the disease. But out of these, the most effective ones for the complete cure of malarial fever are chloroquine and primaquine. Prevention: by controlling the spread of a mosquito, this disease can be prevented. Use of mosquito repellents, sleeping under mosquito net, eradicating breeding places of mosquito,